The terrifying legend of La Llorona. Is she real? Have you ever heard the sound of weeping in the dead of night? A soft, sorrowful wail floating through the air, even when no one is there. They say if you hear it, you must turn away immediately. Hide, run, because if you see her, the woman in white, the ghostly figure who wanders the rivers and lakes, you may never be seen again. She is La Llorona, the weeping woman, a terrifying spirit said to be trapped between this world and the next. But who is she? Where did this legend come from? And is there any truth behind the sightings? Tonight on Curious Truth, we dive into the chilling mystery of La Llorona. The story of La Llorona is one of the oldest and most terrifying folktales in Latin America. It has been whispered through generations, passed down from parents to children as both a warning and a tale of horror. Long ago, in a small town, there lived a woman named Maria. She was known throughout her village for her breathtaking beauty. Some say her eyes were dark as the night and her hair flowed like a river. Others say she was as beautiful as a goddess, but also proud, vain, and deeply ambitious. One day, a wealthy nobleman rode into the village. He was tall, strong, and charming, everything Maria had ever dreamed of. He showered her with affection, whispering sweet promises, and soon they were married. Together, they had 2 children, a boy and a girl. For a time, Maria believed she had everything. But happiness is fleeting. As the years passed, the nobleman began to change. He grew cold. He spent more time away, riding to grand estates and lavish parties, leaving Maria and their children behind. Then one day, Maria saw him, but he was not alone. Maria's heart turned to ice. Rage and jealousy took hold of her. She was nothing more than a forgotten woman, a ghost in the life she once ruled. And that's when the darkness consumed her. One fateful night, in a moment of blind fury, Maria led her children to the river. The wind howled, the water churned, and as her anger overtook her, she did the unthinkable. The moment it was done, reality struck. Maria fell to her knees, screaming in agony. She ran along the riverbank, searching, hoping, but the current had taken them. They were gone. Desperate, lost, and broken, Maria threw herself into the river, letting the cold water claim her soul. But her torment was far from over. From that night on, Maria's spirit could not rest. She was cursed to wander the earth, doomed to search for the children she had lost. Some say she appears as a sorrowful woman in a flowing white dress, her long black hair covering her face. Others claim she is a skeletal figure with empty eyes, her voice filled with endless grief. Wherever there is water, there is La Llorona. Rivers, lakes, ponds, even wells and fountains. But beware, if she sees you, she may mistake you for her lost children and drag you to the depths to join her. For centuries, countless people have claimed to have seen La Llorona. In Mexico City, near the ancient canals of Xochimilco, locals have reported hearing her chilling cries at night. Fishermen tell stories of seeing a woman in white standing at the water's edge, only for her to vanish when approached. In Santa Fe, New Mexico, a family was awakened by the sound of weeping outside their home. When they looked out the window, they saw a woman in white slowly walking down the street, but when they went outside, she was gone. One of the most terrifying encounters happened in the 1930s. A young boy claimed he saw a woman crying near a creek. She called to him, her voice full of sorrow. But when he got closer, her face twisted into a skull and she lunged at him. To this day, stories continue to emerge. La Llorona is more than a legend, she is a presence, a warning, a nightmare that never ends. Is La Llorona just a ghost story? Or is there something more to her existence? Some researchers believe the legend stems from the Aztec goddess Cibacotl, who was said to appear as a weeping woman before disaster struck. Could La Llorona be a remnant of this ancient warning? Others believe she is a metaphor, a cautionary tale told to children to keep them away from dangerous waters. And then there are those who believe she is real. So, what do you think? Is La Llorona just a myth? A legend passed down through time? Or is she still out there, weeping, waiting, looking for someone to take her place? One thing is certain, if you ever hear her cries near the water, you might not want to stick around to find out.